Despite back-to-back championships and a deep playoff run this season, the Las Vegas Aces have fired general manager Natalie Williams. The Las Vegas Aces just leaked the reason they are spiraling out of the WNBA spotlight. But let's get real, their own tantrums are more to blame than anything else. This is a team that thrives on controversies and off-court drama, only to now turn around and blame their coach for being too harsh. And let's not forget the mass exodus. Big names like Kelsey Plum and Alicia Clark are jumping ship. Yes, this is the same squad that boasts Ia Wilson, the three-time MVP. You know what is going on in their locker room. Like, this Aces team is falling apart. This is not a coach that I would want to play for, yet the egos here are so sky-high that they make championship banners look small. Honestly, their collective arrogance has hit such absurd levels that it's no surprise they are drowning in their own chaos. The Aces have turned their dynasty into a drama, and it's clear their behavior is digging the grave they now find themselves. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to be the best. I get you all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great. But
I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best.
I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, cause that's how I get the best out of my team. The Las Vegas Aces, once hailed as the reigning queens of the WNBA, have now spectacularly fumbled their golden crown and tripped into chaos. Let's not sugarcoat this. What they've done is practically a basketball sin, the kind that deserves a long, hard roast. We're talking about a dynasty that had it all. Back-to-back championships in 2022 and 2023, a dream team featuring three-time MVP Ia Wilson, and an entire fan base that worshipped the hardwood they walked on. But oh, how the mighty have fallen. And it's a tumble so messy it could win a gold medal. In catastrophic failure, he lost. Vegas Aces, the team that revitalized the Motor Day super team in the WNBA. They went from dominating the league is now the team that did not live up to expectations this year, and is a team that's one by one falling apart in front of our own very eyes. The year 2024 was supposed to be another victory lap, but instead it turned into a comedy of errors that no amount of championship banners could save. They limped through the playoffs, crashing out so pathetically that even their most loyal fans had to wonder what on earth went wrong. Well, let me break down the implosion, and trust me, it's a train wreck worth dissecting. We have to get better. We have to really take a sharp look at ourselves, look ourselves in the mirror, see our shortcomings. The first and most jarring shock, the firing of general manager Natalie Williams. Yes, the same Natalie Williams who built the Aces into a juggernaut. The team's front office, in a move that screams panic mode, decided to act the architect of their success under the flimsiest excuse of front office restructuring. Restructuring what exactly? Their reputation as the most stable team in the league, because that's in flames now and there's no PR spin to cover it. And if that wasn't enough drama for you, let's add some assistant coach chaos. Natalie Nass and Tyler Marsh both jumped ship for head coaching jobs elsewhere, leaving the Aces high and dry. Natalie Nass is now the head coach of the Valkyries. Nassi made history as the WNBA's first Asian American head coach with the Golden State Valkyries, while Marsh secured a spot with the Chicago Sky. It's like everyone was fleeing a sinking ship, and honestly, who can blame them when your supposed dynasty starts leaking staff faster than a deflating basketball? You know things are bad. WNBA's newest franchise, the Golden State Valkyries, have named Natalie Nass as their first ever head coach. Chicago, as we just said, has Tyler Marsh as their head coach. He was also an assistant for the Las Vegas Aces, so that's caused a lot of back and forth because they've had two now coaches leave. Speaking of desperation, the Aces apparently thought Becky Hammon could patch things up by pulling double duty as both head coach and general manager. Yes, because nothing screams stability like piling more responsibilities onto someone already under immense pressure. Hammond, who once learned from the great Greg Popovich, now has to juggle an imploding team culture and front office responsibilities. Good luck with that, Becky. It's like trying to tame a hurricane with a paper umbrella. We got to make the moves necessary, whatever that means, to put the best product that we possibly can. It's not going to be the same group probably next year, just won't, and I'm sad about that, cause I really liked that group. They were a pain in my ass, but I was a pain in their ass too. And let's not forget the deliciously public meltdown between Hammond and Kelsey Plum during the playoffs. Plum barely showed up, scoring a measly 6 points on an embarrassing 2-of-N shooting night. Hammond's frustration boiled over and their explosive exchange was plastered all over social media. The drama didn't stop there, though. Hammond then turned around and blasted her own players, accusing them of caring more about fame than winning. The phrase freaking celebrities wasn't just a complaint, it was a mic drop that perfectly summarized the circus the Aces had become. My players are in commercials and this and that, and being freaking celebrities, and you get distracted. Of course, Kelsey Plum isn't one to quietly take the heat. Instead of Squashing the speculation, she added fuel to the fire by announcing she's not extending her contract and will become an unrestricted free agent in 2025. Is she just playing hardball in negotiations, or is she genuinely fed up with the sinking ship? Either way, Aces fans are sweating bullets at the thought of losing one of their biggest stars, and the hits keep coming. Veterans Alicia Clark and Tiffany Hayes, who came out of retirement to boost this supposed dynasty, are also free agents if they leave. The Aces are in for a world of hurt. Their depth will evaporate, and they'll be left scrambling to pick up the pieces. We have to get better. We have to really take a sharp look at ourselves, see our shortcomings. Even Becky Hammon doesn't sound too optimistic. She's already gone on record admitting that the 2025 roster won't look the same, pretty much confirming what everyone already knows: this team is headed for a massive overhaul. And let's be real, when your head coach openly predicts a complete roster gutting, it's time to admit the dynasty days are over. The Aces aren't just crumbling, they are detonating, and the WNBA is watching with corn in hand. Scandals and controversies have sunk their claws deep into the Las Vegas Aces, shredding any semblance of a squeaky clean reputation. At the center of it all lies a scandal so brazen it feels ripped straight from a crime thriller: salary cap violations. On top of that, the league is investigating the Aces for potential salary cap circumvention. Back in May, the Las Vegas Convention Authority gave each of the players an additional $100,000 to basically be active in the community. The Aces were caught red-handed trying to game the system with third-party payments to players. Yes, to circumvent the WNBA salary cap. External entities were allegedly involved in shelling out extra cash to keep the roster stacked. As punishment, the league stripped them of their 2025 first-round draft pick. Let's face it, losing a critical draft pick is no slap on the wrist. It's a self-inflicted wound that hits hard, especially for a team already on the brink of losing its star power. Was their SUESS ever just about basketball, or were there puppet strings behind the scenes all along? Everybody can be good here and there, but who can be great every single game, every possession? And that's what I'm striving for. Then there's Becky Hammon, who's become more synonymous with scandal than strategy. Hammon was handed a 2-game suspension for violating workplace policies, a punishment stemming from damning accusations by former player to Hammy. Hammy didn't hold back, alleging the team had bullied and body-shamed her for being pregnant. It's the kind of hypocrisy that makes you wince. Hammond's suspension sent shock waves across the league, further dragging the A's reputation through the mud. It's not just a bad look, it's a moral and ethical disaster that left many wondering if the team's so-called winning culture was rotten at its core. So the WNBA suspends Becky Hammon for 2 games. They lose a first-round pick in 2025 because Derecha Ham says she was bullied for being pregnant, body-shamed, or just really harassed. And let's not pretend this is the A's first brush with controversy. Nope, their history is peppered with whispers and allegations of shady behavior. The under-the-table benefits they allegedly offered in previous seasons have always cast a shadow over their so-called dynasty. Are we seriously expected to believe in the integrity of their back-to-back championships when their off-court anti-reek of corruption? Fans and analysts alike are no longer convinced. The question that haunts this franchise: were the trophies won fair and square, or did they owe some of that glory to bending, if not outright breaking the rules? The offer is really simple. We want you to just play. We want you to keep repping Las Vegas. And let's talk about the Indiana Fever, a team that's gone from the league's basement dwellers to IOU's contenders. Thanks to a masterclass in rebuilding, Caitlin Clark has been nothing short of a revelation, smashing 62 records in her rookie season and becoming the face of a revamped franchise. It's not just about the numbers, though. Clark's leadership